Hello. I want to talk a moment about a really real condition that many of us are experiencing this 5 months, 6 months into the COVID epidemic. I'm going to call it, for lack of a better name, the COVID blues. We live over and over and every day now in an atmosphere of uncertainty, a season of isolation and economic stress that is unprecedented in our generation. As a result of these uncertainties, as a result of this uh, state of questioning, of not knowing what to expect from day to day, uh, our stress levels are off the chart. And what we do with the stress or how we respond to the stress can either be in healthy ways or ways that are self destructive. I don't know about you, but I too have experienced times of feeling frustrated, feeling depressed, feeling like, oh, what's next? And so, as a result of that, we're seeing an emotional and mental health issue that is really unprecedented. It's hard to measure, but anecdotally, I would say from my conversations with people uh, in my family or in my church or even at the Y, where I'm a volunteer chaplain, I'm hearing more and more stories of people struggling with depression, with feeling blue, with feeling hopeless, even. As a result, we're seeing a spike statistically in the number of people taking their own life and ending their lives. Uh, we're already living in a time where there is an unprecedented number of people choosing this permanent solution to what many times is a short term problem or a problem that will go away. I would even suggest that COVID falls in that category, though it certainly isn't going to go away in the immediate future. We still have months, maybe even a year or two ahead of us before we see the impact and the effects of COVID cease. In current times, the CDC has reported that every year there's as many as 48,000 suicides. That comes to about 132 suicides a day. Oh, knowing the ripple effect and knowing the regret and the sadness that surrounds these events, it breaks my heart. I'm sure it breaks the Lord's heart. Now they're saying that as a result of COVID, that the numbers will increase in this year alone by 3 to 8,000 additional suicides will happen. Just last week, I heard of a local pastor where his family was impacted by the suicide of their son. I spoke not too long ago with a friend of mine whose family member has been expressing interest in ending their life. What can we do? What can we do for those whom we love, and what can we do if we are having such thoughts too? Well, of course, the first is to encourage people to reach out. You aren't alone, though you may feel alone. Want to encourage people to reach out even to the suicide prevention line, 1-800-273-8255. You can even do it through texting 741741. But I hope that there are other people more personal in your life who you could confide in. Our encouragement is that you would seek professional help. that you would seek a local therapist, or even go to the hospital if you're really feeling like you've got a plan to take your life. I would even suggest for those of us who are people of faith that you might reach out to your pastor, who could hopefully come alongside you and encourage you and pray with you and give you support. I would end with this thought. These kind of thoughts aren't new. The situation we are in, epidemics and earthquakes and civil unrest, is not new to the Lord. Every generation, it seems, struggles with these kinds of times of crisis. And therefore, it's not unusual that we would find, even in the midst of Scripture, the experience that is common to us, but also perhaps a way of pointing the way. Listen to Psalm 69, beginning in the 15th verse. Do not let the floodwaters engulf me, or the depths of the sea swallow me up, or the pit close its mouth about me. Answer me, O Lord, out of the goodness of your love. In your great mercy, turn to me. Do not hide your face from your servant. Answer me quickly, for I am in trouble. Come near and rescue me. Redeem me because of my foes. Oh, that you would turn to the Lord, that you would turn to those who love the Lord and want to help you. You're not alone, and your feelings are real, and you need help. I pray that if you're suffering from COVID blues, that you will get help, that you will pray, and that you will know that you're not alone.